Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. So, it's been a couple of days since I've recorded this, and I'm going to try and record all of what I need before I go on my trip today. Might take a little while, so we'll figure it out. So, oh, interesting. Explore the whirling secret passages, add more beauty to the wall of the jam mystery. Yep. So interrogate the drivers. About the smuggling, Joyce's info. So we're not done talking to her. Kissing. Okay. I'm curious how many different days there are. I guess we'll find out. So find morale. Where's the rest of the armor? Run the number on the victim's armor. We should probably start with the number on the victim's armor. Though, I hate to do this, we should probably start with Kuno. Kuno, found your shack. You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How'd you get in? Push the panels aside, Kuno. Then what? You effing there? You effing Kuno's kingdom? He's trying to F at you again, Kuno. What's up with the pig head? Oh, that? He picks the dirt off of his fingernail. Kuno decapitates pigs. It's just a Kuno demo tape. Demo tape? Like some kind of musician? Yeah, Kuno plays on Snuff Radio. F's pigs live. F's their heads off. He ominously points to the shack. Kuno's a cop killer. On a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it? That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno's Shazam. Kuno rides the effing lightning in there, pig. Let's see. So, bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? Feel tired and old. But you could have that sparkle in your eyes. What's with the tube of magnesium, Kuno? It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything? He looks at you like you just pointed at the sun and asked him what it was. It's magnesium, right? Yeah, it's the mag. You effing need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through it like a tube a day. Rips mag like a mother effer. You could use a barrel. Don't teach him, Kuno. He's going to use it against you, Kuno. Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it. Looks at you, eyes bulging. You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo. Okay. Enough of this. Questions about the crime scene. Something else. Discuss the body. There are contusions all over the body. Did you do that? The F you talking about? What is this contusion shit? He grabs his head like it's suddenly hurting. Says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again. A contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks your stones left on the corpse. Oh! Did Kuno make your shit-sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit-sniffing? He lets go of his head, suddenly feeling better. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno effing rules here. Huh. You hear the lieutenant hum. Where's the rest of his armor? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. How come? Kuno's F-Gimp got one big thing wrong with him. He's an effing mutant. A mutant? Look at him! He looks to the body. Effing growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor is too big for any man. He drills his temples with his fingers in some strange, aggressive gesture. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away. What do you mean you threw it away? Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet. Kuno kicked that shit into the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. You threw it into the sea? Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's an effing monk. You want to F on someone about that armor? Go F the mustache union F. The Jolly Troubadour shit at the gates. What do you mean, Troubadour? Yeah, cock and boots. You know that Jolly Union cow effer? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. Yeah, you met him at the gates, the one with the boots and the jolly smile. You mean Manana? Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's effing crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows, trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information? And you're telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, Kuno? Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now. Still seems suspicious. You may have it in for that guy, or may still be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire. Trauma. Okay. And, yeah. It's gonna be a while before I can empathy Kuno. And honestly, I mean, like, I kind of feel bad for the kid, because it's very clear he's on stuff, which is, you know, not great. And it's very clear that his life probably sucks, but still. You seem like a man who knows about drugs. Oh man, me and narcotics go way back. He folds his hands behind his head and leans back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But, he pauses, letting the memory dissipate. Those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B. Lieutenant steps in. We have a credible lead, sir. Someone in this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment in the harbor to load it onto their lorry and drive it to Jamrock. Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's heading towards a conflagration. Why are you still hanging around? Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes. A rhymesmith? This is quite credible. It goes with his cadence and way of speaking. Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade, then? Look, man, I just tried to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revocol. I'm a guest here. Really need to find out another man to probe with those questions. Wouldn't say he's lying, sire. Conceptualization formidable. He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse. Nope. Your best verse? You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are doing? What? That's probably what are you doing? She broke me. She effing broke me. That's brutal, man. But you know, time will. No, stop. He's already mortified. No, Tommy, these are my rhymes. Listen. She effed me till I bled. That's, in the name of God, what are you doing? That's not real, guys. It's not my actual thoughts. It's a poem. Alternatively, roll with it. I will never be the same again. She's always there. F the case. F everything. Total doom. Yeah. He doesn't know what to say, so he just repeats, yeah, I get it. Those are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust. They're honest. So, thanks, man. He's not lying. He liked the end. Yes, and also thank you for stopping. He looks at you. We have a drug investigation to return to. How about we do that? I am a garbage man. I'm another utter trash fire always. I almost wonder if some of these are rigged for the funny option first, then you have to come back and it gives it to you. That would be a clever way of doing things, where everything goes wrong, but you kind of redeem yourself. I don't know. I should probably have tab up and running. Just in case. Because there's always a just in case. There's always something. Because heck if I know if I'm going to be able to make a whole lot of money here. The more I can just wander around and just grab bits, the better. Let's talk to this guy again and see if anything's changed. Probably not. Nope. Doesn't look like it. It's a little weird we don't have to eat in this game. You kind of figured they would sneak something like that in just to keep it more taxing. But yeah, it actually doesn't look like a whole lot has changed. I was assuming this would be one of those games where each day would have... It definitely has new things. Like, that much is certain. It's... Oh. Okay, that's definitely a new thing. But like I said, each day is a new thing, but at the same time, a lot stays static. Probably just so you don't miss too much.
Looking for something?
Okay, what was that argument all about? Or... You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs? Drugs are their shit. I don't let anything pollute my body. He takes a long drag in a cigarette. Why not? You know where that shit comes from? Some, Sara Miriza, Safre, Ilamara. They take the money from local junkies here and use it to out-compete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to weaken us, get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage. Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right? He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond, then goes on for about 2 seconds, then... I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. He puffs on a cigarette. And what are you still hanging around here for? Most of the other camioneers have left. What do you think? I can't leave this lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. They touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like cancer. There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby. I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on the way here. Do you know what happened? Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Whirling in Rags when some kipped boy smashed his lock and took damn near everything. I haven't lost a job over it. Takes a long suck on a cigarette, appearing to savor the taste. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. Bad for him, I guess. The man shakes his head, dismayed, and furiously pulling on a cigarette. It's an effing travesty. That's what it is. It's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B? Isn't it obvious? Effing Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. Spits on the ground. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. Wait, the street vendor south of here? That guy's a lorry driver? Of course he's a lorry driver. What, he tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer's stuff after he broke the seals on his human ox lorry. In his tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He nods in a sagely manner, then another puff of the cigarette. He's your man, all right. 100%. I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say. Guess we need to pay Sealang a visit then. Guess so, he grins, contented with himself. I still think it's him, just because he's a dick. I mean, Sealang is shifty as hell, but shifty as in money grubbing as opposed to anything else. I don't know. Let's go talk to the guy anyway. So is one of these his lorry? It's a little out of the way for that.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
So, Sealang, what's your stance on drugs? Drugs? For a moment, he's unsure how to respond. I don't go for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. He kisses his fingers. Tasty, tasty drugs. I'm super into drugs. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs for sale. Or at my home, or on my person, he smiles. I actually don't like drugs. That's cool, especially after you already said you're into them. All the coolest detectives in the movies do drugs and are very conflicted about it. Still, no drugs here, he smiles. Looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam. That's even cooler. You're investigating and all, but he points to the goods. I'm not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that. A blatant lie, sire. Yet, he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better. But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry. Who said that? It's that fat fascist, right? Bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater. So you admit you're a lorry driver? No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. He stops to think. Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man. Okay, maybe I am a lorry driver. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. He spreads out his arms. So you were embarrassed to tell me? No, I just forgot. It's such a small part of my life. It's the rearview mirror now. In the rearview mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity. Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation in the harbor? Nothing, I told you. I'm not a dumb guy, and I don't get involved in that crowd. And what crowd is that? Crowd, you know, the drug crowd. No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd. Okay, if you don't know, I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff. No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there, after we've called his boss. Okay, look. The vendor looks around, then lowers his voice. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up. Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it. We're buddies, C. Lang. Help us out, and no one will know it was you. It's a she, okay? He whispers. The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her. He shakes his head. She's no lady. Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys? Who are these other drivers who talk? All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now. Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist? The other one? With tattoos? He points north. All of them. Even the ones who left? I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos. Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Point to the pale driver. Dazed out? Strange? I don't know. Maybe? She is. I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you. Could be. She was strange. He's not ruling her out. Should be associated with the Hardy Boys. I don't know. I'm not a local. I don't know anything about that. Alright, we're cool now. And we're done. Alright, he snaps back to his usual self. Ice cold. Let's cap this off by a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it. Oh, rigorous self-critique is done. Let's see. Got some mad glare on my monitor right now. I usually don't record this early in the day, but I have to get up early for the next couple days, so I figured I'd just get going. Anyway. Interesting. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in a locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds. Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past, you tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep winning till you die or overcome it. So, Int and Psi red check failures heal morale, and physical and motorics red check failures heal health. Interesting. And my learning cap for pain thresholds up to 6? Wait, hold up. Holy crap! So even if my physique is my base physique is terrible, I can still go up anyway. That's interesting. I don't know if I'll ever have enough skill points for that, but that's cool all the same. Okay, so do we have any other thought things we can do? Because we have... Oh, these are unlockable. Or, No, it is just already unlocked. What? What do you mean unlockable versus these? Do I only get 3 then? I thought I got 6. I was kind of hoping this would just be some other progression system. I kind of like the fact that I can slot them in. Oh, and you have to spend a skill point. I guess the reason why I'm a little bit grumpy about this is I actually really like these, and being limited is kind of frustrating. Because, yeah, 1, I've just maxed it out. 2... I have no idea how to unlock them, actually. I actually have no idea how to increase that. But, like, there's a bit of a disappointment that I have, because I actually want to see the rest of these. And maybe I can switch these out, maybe it's not so bad, but if it costs skill points, that's rough. I just like reading them all, because they're fun and interesting. And so, like, I could probably cycle some of these out. Specifically, like, yeah, Lonesome Long Way Home is not that helpful. Yeah, I'm curious how this is supposed to work, because it says slot is already unlocked, but it won't let me internalize it. I don't know. I'll figure it out later, but it's... I really like rigorous self-critique. I'll probably hold on to that one, because that's really useful. Still requires some skill points, but it's better than Guillerme Le Million, but I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe it's something we do at the very end of the game where I just, like, have most of them available. I just cheat in a bunch of skill points and we just sit around thinking for a while just to read extra lore. Or we just kind of accept that I'm not going to be able to, and that's fine. Okay, so let's go talk to the weird spaced out lady next. Because I honestly can't think of too much else to do apart from, like, checking out what's going on up at the blockade. Which, to be fair, the blockade certainly does look kind of interesting. There were a lot of angry people there, but let's go talk to this lady and see what's up with Space Case. Ask some questions. Snap
if you
fingers.
want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Just like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. Are you alright, ma'am? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in the traffic jam. In the 50s.
Where else would you be then?
Back in Mefke, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and coffees are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new boy date picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you come along, that is.
The look she gives you is accusatory. Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
She shows you the photograph of the lavish amber frame. Take a look. A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you. His head crowned with a wide-brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw is almost perfectly chiseled thing. Is the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever
He was the
seen.
biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of the cinema whenever he came on the screen, and schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she's conjured up. In all likelihood, it's a world that only ever existed in her mind. So I take it you were unmasked when you were young.
Someone was.
She nods as though her meaning were perfectly clear. Someone? Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They are beautiful. That is all that matters, beautiful and true. And they will win. They are coming for this, you know. All of this.
All of what? The world? The present? Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, low man. It was early spring, and the mine behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden.
Her eyes narrow and she appears to take your
While
measure.
you people were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution. In Methke, it was a golden age.
The Republic of Mask. I can't even catch her pronunciations. She goes real fast. And also it's hard to wrap my tongue around like half these things. Let's see. The Republic of Mask is a massive confederation on the Isola Mundi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petro-state, a constitutional monarchy, and as of recently an outcast due to its tilt to the far right. Okay, I have some questions for you. Police questions.
Why not, Herife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard. There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow. What are you hauling? Diamonds? Diamonds? Really? Of course not, she says, grinning. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was? Okay, but what are you really hauling? She shrugs. Whatever stupid things they put in my lorry, I imagine. So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. She smiles a careless smile. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason. Wait, you get high off driving a lorry? Oh, it's so much more than high where I go, Jarife. It's low. I go to the bottom. She closes her eyes in reverie. Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later. What if the cargo's contraband? Then it's contraband, lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like bad hand. Hermenengildo. Jeez. Bad hand Hermenengildo's bad hand strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people really like strangling people. Before I came, you seemed away. She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things. So he doesn't think she's a lady driver. You hear that, lawman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me. Wait, why is that, Lieutenant? Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything. He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected this woman tuning out. Oh, connected to this woman tuning out like that. Let's change the subject. Let's see. Show me the soles of your boots. Now, why would you want an old woman's boots, Zarife? Please help me out here. It's important. Please, she raises her boot slowly with contempt. I think you should let me get back to Gabriel Bongero. You know Gabriel. Gabriel doesn't say please. He's wearing sturdy worker's boots made out of black leather. Buckles run across, the soles also made of leather. Now the other one, please. Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franconegro. Now, there was a... Or Franconegro, probably. Yeah, because... Probably black. Maybe? I don't know. Words that I try and avoid just because I realize... Yeah, there's negative connotations. I don't know. I had a long conversation with my friend Josh about this yesterday. And it's like, it'd be nice to take some words back so they're not derogatory anymore, but like, yeah, I'm not the one to lead the charge. So I'm always going to feel awkward, even when it's like me just reading something out. Anyway, now there was a real man. There was no arbitration in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down. Aberration. However, the boots were size 37, tiny. Too many discrepancies in all this. Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence Franconegro, which happened 500 years ago. What do you mean it was the coronation of Franconegro? It was, she shrugs, and then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs in rail. The crowd had gone silent. Perhaps it was another Zarife who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember. As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and machines. She's not odd soul. Those are not the boots that made the prince. Takes a quick note. Could have told you that from looking at them. Her size is 37. The feet of a little girl, she smiles. They fit well on the pedals. Seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs. What do I need drugs for, lawman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare. The adversary? Yes, there's a protagonista. She gestures towards the intersection. And an adversario. I'm on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hall. Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest. That's not really what I was getting at. What were you getting at? Maybe if she thought you're corrupt. Everett sent me. Place finger on the side of your nose and tap twice. Who's Everett? The union boss? And what do I care about the union boss? He's not Gabriel, he's not Frankenegro, he's not even Hermenegildo. Hermenegildo. Hermenegildo? I don't know. The hand. Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B? Her shoulder bones crack as she shrugs. Maybe, maybe not. Makes no difference to me either way. How can you not know what you're hauling in your own lorry? Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Samarisa to Grad on the U-41A. What do you think they take from Samarisa to Grad, lawman? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. It's diamonds, lawman. Obviously, she grins. You had to guess. Who do you think is smuggling drugs around here? Easy. It's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. She squints across the square. Also, he's the only one I can see from here. That's correct. There's no visibility of any others. Didn't ask about the diamonds, did I? Don't care about that. Diamonds are good for you, lawman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty, like Ava DeShoris. And that's it. Let's see. Okay, if you're not involved in the drug trafficking, why are you still waiting here? Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back, where it will, to the Great Plains. I think we're done here, no? Looks at his notebook to stress it. Okay. We're just going to ping-pong between these characters for a while, aren't we? Unfortunately, I need... how much more EXP? 5 more, and I can buff conceptualization, maybe drop some actually decent rhymes. So maybe in that case, let's go through here. Let's go check out that blockade, and we'll come back to the drivers in a bit. Actually, you know what? We'll come back on the next episode. So I guess I will see you guys on the next... I already said it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Disco Elysium. They're going to get a little short for a little while. Like I've probably mentioned everywhere, I'm going to Boston for a couple of days, and I want to make sure I have enough episodes for you guys so we don't have, like, a dearth. I'll use that word. It's a fitting word. I never get to use dearth. I need to, like, just pull out a list of words that I need to integrate into my vocabulary just so... not that I sound smarter, but just, like, enrich myself a little. This game really makes me think about that, I guess. Like... how all of these people have these kind of interesting methods of coping with, the drudgery of the world. I should probably pause while I'm talking about this. And I really kind of appreciate that. It's very well written and it's very interesting, but it does kind of make me confront the fact that, yeah, for the most part, I'm just sitting on my ass playing video games all the time. Yeah, maybe I do need a coping mechanism. Not so much to keep the horrors of the world at bay, because I'm pretty good about that. But, just to keep myself... make myself more interesting, I guess. I say as the new hobby I guess I've developed is just reading comics. It's fine. Reading is interesting, even if it's comics. Should do stuff with my hands. I should go back to drawing. That's the main thing. But anyway, I digress. Like I was saying, see you guys next time. And as always, thanks for watching.